are not as lean as you think you are. And you probably have a lot more fat to cut down than you think. And the reason I say this is because I know what it's like. I'm going through it right now in real time. Like, I'm documenting it, right? For those of you guys that don't know, I've been on a cut since December, right? And for a little bit of backstory, I suffered an Achilles injury back in the last summer. It was July, right? And since that time, from July to about October, I was out of the gym, right? I wasn't in the gym. I was in the cast, right? Recovering. I was able to get back into the gym in mid-October. I was cleared by a doctor and everything, right? Modified workouts and all. And during that time, I was, from October till about November, I was just, lifting weights. I was in maintenance calories. I was trying to do a body recomp, right? And then around December, that's when I jumped into a calorie deficit, right? So my maintenance calories is, 2,700 calories, right? So then I put myself in a calorie deficit of like 500 to 200 calorie deficit, right? So I'm eating roughly anywhere between 2,100 and no more to 2,300, no more than that. Some days it maybe might even be like 2,400, but usually it's in that range between 2,100 and 2,400 calories, right, for the day. That's my calorie deficit, right? And I've been doing this since end of December, and now we are in April, right? And since that time, I have lost around 10 to 12 pounds. I started out being 206 pounds, and now I am 195 pounds, right? It fluctuates a little bit due to taking creatine. Creatine kind of added a little bit of water weight to the process, right? But the whole point I'm trying to make with this whole backstory is that I recently did a DEXA scan, right? I did a DEXA scan recently because I started out at this new gym and they have DEXA scans, and and my assumption was that, because obviously since I was injured, right, and coming back from the gym, right, I gained some weight in that time. I gained weight in that 4 months, right? I was 206 pounds. And I obviously knew that I was going to be at a higher body fat percentage, right? So I assumed, and, since I had lost at least 10 pounds, I was thinking, okay, maybe now because I obviously knew I was around 20% body fat at the time, right? And I'm like, okay, maybe now, since I've lost about 10 pounds, maybe now I'm about around somewhere closer to 18% body fat. That was my guess. I go and do the DEXA scan. I was so cheesed. I was like, I'm actually 21% body fat. And I was like, damn, I'm at a higher body fat percentage than I thought I was, right? Because like when I look at myself in the mirror and how my physique looks, right? I noticed that I'm starting to see a little bit of definition with like the top 2 abs, right? And a little bit, like I'm starting to see a little bit more of a 4-pack forming. It's not something concrete, but I'm starting to notice it a little bit. And that was making me think, okay, maybe, I'm starting to creep down to that 18% body fat range, but I guess that wasn't the case. And then I thought about it some more and I realized that, a lot of the times, you might store more body fat in other areas than most. So that's why your body fat could be higher, but you just store body fat in different areas, right? But it also brought to my attention the reality, which I mentioned in the beginning of this video, was that you are not as lean as you think you are. I wasn't as lean as I thought I was, right? And the DEXA scan, the machine tells you like how much you need to eat to get to like 12% body fat, like this machine, right? That I tried at my gym. And it was basically telling me that because my original goal was to cut down to 187 pounds, right? And I would hopefully get to that 12% body fat look, somewhere in that 12 to 13% body fat look, right? But the DEXA scan was telling me, like, we did the calculations and everything, and it told me that I need to actually get down to 177 pounds in order to get to that 12% body fat look. So I actually have to cut down more fat than I originally thought I would, right? So the moral of the story is that a lot of times, guys, you actually carry a lot more fat than you think, and your body fat is probably much higher than you think it is, right? And it goes to show that you might have to be on a cut for longer, right? That's the case with me. And I hope that wouldn't be the case, but I guess that was the case, right? So going forward on my journey here, I think I'm going to cut down to, instead of 187, I'm going to cut down to 180, and I'm going to see what 180 looks like, right? I'm going to see if I'm happy at that weight. If I'm happy at that weight, I will stay at that weight, and I'll slowly bring my calories back up to maintenance so that I can actually maintain that weight, right? So the main goal of this video is to kind of show you guys kind of like the journey, right? The journey of like, being on a weight loss. And I'm going to be documenting. I'm going to be making more videos like this, documenting my journey, cutting down from 206 pounds to 180 pounds. I'm going to keep documenting the journey. I'm going to come out with another video with, a full day of eating and all that kind of stuff. But the main thing I want to show you guys through this journey is that, getting lean and getting your body fat percentage down, it's going to really challenge you to kind of change your mindset, right? It's going to really challenge you to kind of fix the certain bad habits that you previously had, right? Because when I was injured in a cast, I turned into a big back. I turned into a big back for 4 months. And now to go from a big back to someone who is lean, 12% body fat, that's going to require a bit of an identity change. It's going to require a bit of a mindset shift, right? You're going to need to change the way you think. Like in the past 4 months, I had to completely change the way I viewed my nutrition, diet. I also had to realize at the same time that I can't be acting like a big back. I need to identify with someone who is actually in shape, but at the same time, I need to act like the guy who is actually lean, right? And at the same time, I have to be a little bit compassionate with myself as well, a little bit easier on myself, because I realized too that it's not necessarily about having the perfect diet to be getting lean. It's also about having the most consistent diet, right? Consistency will beat perfection every time because it's about the consistent outputs. As long as you are following like a clear, you're eating around the same things every day, right? And then I allow myself to indulge maybe one cheat meal on the weekend. Some weekends I go without a cheat meal, but I allow like one cheat meal on a Saturday or a Sunday, right? It's about the weekly averages because most days, like 5 days out of the week, I'm in a calorie deficit, right? And then on the weekends, Saturday, Sunday, I might be at maintenance calories, right? Because the cheat meal that I added in there, right? And I'm not perfect, guys. I'm not perfect at this at all. Like I still sometimes indulge, but I make sure that I get back on track the next day. I make sure that I keep getting back on track, right? And so far it's been working. I'm down already 12 pounds already, right? From 206 to 190. I fluctuate from around 193, 194, 195, right? I fluctuate between those, right? So I'm already down over 10 pounds, right? And I've been making progress, right? So I know there is a method to the madness, right? It's working, right? So it's really just about being consistent on this journey, right? So I'm going to be documenting this a lot more on my journey on how I'm going to get lean this summer. Because like I said, we're going to be outside, shirts off, right? Like that top 5 song, right? It's like shirts off on any block. That's how it's going to be. We're going to have shirts off on all blocks. We're going to be mogging this summer, right? Not only are we going to have size, we're going to have a synchronization between leanness and size. And that's the journey I'm going to be on, right? And if you want to join me on this journey, of getting lean, getting on body game, getting in shape, and you're not really sure how, and you want to, get in shape and do all that good stuff for this summer, 2026, you already know you want to be mogging out there. Hit the link in the description, book a one-on-one consultation, and we'll see if it makes sense to work together, right? On this consultation, we'll figure out a strategy so that you can work on your mindset, so that you can actually stay consistent with the things that we're going to recommend to you. And also we're going to work on the training plan and the meal plan so that you can actually see results, right? So if that sounds like you and you're not really sure where to go about your fitness journey, you need a little bit of advice, hit the link in the description and I'll be happy to be working with you soon, right? Make sure you like this video and subscribe. And remember, like I'm always saying, there's nothing enlightening about playing small, but catch y'all boys. See ya.